This is another level, isn't it, up to this weight for age? So just happy to watch him for maybe another race during the carnival.
His Birdman, Chris Waller, James McDonald.
Well, he had the gap between, didn't he, between his last run, and he needed it as well because Jenny just about broke his heart in the Australian Cup. So he's had that run that he had to have, and he was great at the coast in the Hollandale. She held him by 3/4 of a length, and he'll be trying to go one better today.
Kovalika was beaten 6 last start. Can he turn that around for Waller and Maloney?
Yeah, well, you wouldn't think so, but you never say never with this guy. He's placed in the Doomben Cup over the last couple of years.
Here she is, one of Australia's favourites, Pride of Jenny for Kieran Maher and Declan Bates.
Yeah, interested to hear Kieran say to you, we'll probably know early because both Declan and Kieran said straight after the Hollandale, we knew she was on the way she skipped out of the gates and got rolling. But at the coast, nothing sort of went near her. She got out 10-12 in front. Last year when she couldn't go on with it in this race, the Doomben Cup, she only led by 4 lengths. Lindemann sort of kept her at it. So it all depends on what happens when they go out of the straight, how comfortable she's going and what sort of a lead she's got over the rest of the field.
Great parade by her though, isn't it? I mean, she's always well behaved, but she's looking pretty sleek. Let's have a look at She's a Hustler now, because she was only second up last start for Graham Begg and Jordan Childs.
I think it was about a month between runs as well, so she's ready to peak today. Yeah. She's a good quality horse, you know, have a look at her record. She keeps on getting better all of the time.
All right, well, I'm going to make her my pick of the yards. While she does sport a slightly woollier coat, that is forgivable because she does come from Melbourne, but she's taken nice improvement from what we saw last start, and I think maybe they were a little protective of her in the early stages. I want to say fortune favours the brave Graham Begg. Don't be afraid to be the one to take it up to Jenny here today.
All right, so Bernie giving a big tick to She's a Hustler, who has been solid in the market. Birdman has been well back, $3.30, in from $3.50, is the favourite over Pride of Jenny, who's been solid around $3.60, $3.70. Half Yours has been a little easy and probably not unexpected with, you know, the track firming up. We're up to a good 4 and the little incident yesterday with the vets. But what's Vauban doing? He's firmed up half a point, 8.50 into 8. It's just a fascinating race, albeit only 7 starts.
Yeah, and I think you're going to see Declan Bates stick hard fence here. I don't think he'll get off the fence.
No, I don't.
Given where he went in the last.
No, well, exactly. He was 2 off the fence up the running. Now, the inside's okay now, I would think. It's all even Stevens. And he'll just ping her out of the gates and just let her cruise down the straight the first time. And I'm thinking maybe about 12, 1300 just before they go into the back. Yeah. You might just let her roll and see if they chase her.
And who's going to be the brave one?
Well, you're hoping it's She's a Hustler. I think it could be Vauban.
I think Beggie's too nervous to do that.
But we're all guessing. That's the thing. Nobody knows except the connections.
Gay's pretty brave.
And they're not telling us anything, are they? They usually do.
They're a little bit foxy.
It's the cards very close to the chest. There's Birdman, James McDonald, just waiting to move into the gates. I'm with Half Yours. He's really on the drift now. He's getting way out in the market, but I just want to stick with him without a lot of confidence here. Vauban, number 2, Birdman, and then Pride of Jenny.
I mean, some people you talk to, they're saying Half Yours is the only weight for age horse in this race, proper. The rest are Group 2s. I know it's a harsh call. Are they right? Obviously he's proven, but is that a fair call?
I think maybe Pride of Jenny's not bad, you know, weight for age.
All right.
Yeah, just a fascinating contest.
It is indeed. Let's get to Tim and see if he can give us anything else to add. Tim?
Yeah, it's a fascinating betting contest as well, because the flux don't really match the holes that I'm seeing in our book, because the only horse we're laying really is Half Yours, and he's been $3 on Tuesday all the way out to $4.40, and he's been $3.80 out to $4.40 today. But look, he is nearly 40% of our total hold, and he holds double of that of Birdman and nearly double that of Pride of Jenny. So the Melbourne Cup winner, the Caulfield Cup winner. He's just so very popular with punters. But we're just happy to let the punters on, and we just keep winding him out a little bit. So $3 out to $4.40. It looks like Birdman will run favourite here, and he's been a good go all week. $4.40 on Tuesday. He was already into $3.50 this morning. He's now your $3.20 favourite. So he continues to firm, but as I said, he's only half as popular as half yours. We did bet $7 tab time about Birdman, so he's a winner for us in the main book, but he's a loser for us overall with that tab time as well. Pride of Jenny, she's just a touch easy today, $3.40 out to $3.60. She's going to run a winner for us, such as the support for half yours. She's a hustler, firms up a roll today, 7 into $6.50. Vauban also in a couple of rolls, $9 into 8. So they've had a little bit of support. Asterix, I know there's a change of tactics for him to be ridden more forward. Maybe he's the one to take on Pride of Jenny, but he's been a bit of a drifter, 16 out to 21. And Kovalika, placed in this race the last couple of years, is your $34 outsider. So Birdman's going to run your favourite here over Pride of Jenny, but our bad result is half yours, Bernie.
All right, well, that is very interesting. And, just talking to Chris Waller earlier, Maxie, I get the feeling, like he's happy to bring this field, maybe push one of his runners. That might be Asterix. Although I just can't see him getting close enough to do that. I mean, I've got him last with Kovalika.
Yeah, well, he settled last at Gosford in the Gosford Cup there. He was 12 lengths off them, but it was a very, very fast. It was a Pride of Jenny tempo. Yeah, so, I mean, who knows? But it's all going to be unveiled in about 2 or 3 minutes' time as Kovalika settles nicely. Lamb Melody in the saddle. They're getting set.
They are indeed. It's time for your 2026 Doomben Cup. Here's David Fowler.
Birdman and half yours will be the last two to move up. Pride of Jenny goes in. Birdman takes his spot, and half yours, the Caulfield and Melbourne Cup winner of last year, will be the last one up. Jamie Mellon riding half yours. The starter, Brad Richardson's at the ladder. Half yours goes in. All set. Ready for the 4X Doomben Cup. There's the light. They stand perfectly. Racing. Pride of Jenny jumped well. She jumped on terms with them. She wasn't the best out. Kovalika, Asterix nicely away. So too was She's a Hustler, and Pride of Jenny is 4 deep outside that trio on settling down. Now they'll sort themselves out. 2 lengths away, Birdman, then Vauban back to second last, and half yours takes last position. That's the first call as they drive into the 1600 metre bend, and Bates on Declan, Bates on Pride of Jenny now takes the champion men of the lead, and the margin was 4 lengths at the 1400 metres. She's a Hustler is in second, 2 to Asterix third, outside of Kovalika, fourth on the rail. A length away, Birdman, 3/4 to Vauban, and a length to half yours last of all. Heading to the back straight now, 1200 left to run. Let's signposter, Pride of Jenny, 8 clear as they go down the back straight. She's a Hustler leads the second division. Asterix is in third, racing fourth, half yours. Mellon doesn't want Pride of Jenny to get too far away, so she's making a forward move up to be in third position now. Kovalika back to fifth, then Birdman, and Vauban is last of all. It's the when and how moment as they go to the 800 metre back bend. When will a jockey make a move and who will it be? Questions still unanswered because Pride of Jenny is 12 lengths in front. She's a Hustler second, half yours third, then Asterix, followed by Kovalika, Birdman, and 2 to Vauban last of all. Down below the 600 metres, the first split, 125.32. Pride of Jenny coming to the turn, 13 lengths in front. She is all out though. They're starting to chase and chase quickly. She's a Hustler, half yours. Birdman to the outside. Then Asterix, Kovalika, and Vauban turn in last. Down below the 300 metres. Pride of Jenny on tired legs. The margin abbreviator is Birdman. Slowly but surely coming after Pride of Jenny. Pride of Jenny in front, not for long. There goes Birdman. McDonald riding for Waller. Waller's 200th Group 1 winner. And Birdman, a brilliant performance. Birdman won the Doomben Cup. Big Pride of Jenny. Third over the line was Vauban. Half yours fourth. Then She's a Hustler, Asterix, and Kovalika last home in 2:2:38.
4-6-2-1. Birdman has won the Doomben Cup. Ridden by James McDonald, trained by Chris Waller. He appeared at the top of the straight within striking distance.
Yeah, and you could just see the look on J-Mac's face. I mean, it was hit and repeat of the Hollandale, and it was an extra 200 metres, which he knew was in his favour.
Yeah, she was gallant. She battled on really well to hold down second. She was all out. There he is, J-Mac, sitting up for the photo.
I think the first 200 metres of the race was a very leisurely sort of tempo. I think they're thinking with Pride of Jenny, 1800 is the best trip at the moment. So let's go really easy that first bit. But boy, she let rip down the back straight.
Yeah, she got 12, 15 lengths at one point. We'd have to have a look at that again. But nobody really chased her, did they? She just came back to them today.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, you were thinking She's a Hustler might chase, but
she couldn't. I think they were trying, but she couldn't.
Yeah, but she's come back to them, gallant in defeat, but Birdman, he deserved to get that victory over because I'm sure she broke his heart in the Australian Cup. It took him a month to get over it.
He gets square today, and that 6 weeks between the Australian Cup, obviously, and the Hollandale probably did him the world of good. They've got that residual fitness, and he's got a bit of get up and go about him. He's got a bit of zip,
Yeah, beautifully prepared by Chris Waller. He just got it spot on today, didn't he? This was the race.
Yeah,
Birdman takes out the Doomben Cup for Chris Waller. Is that 200 wins for Chris? 200 Group 1 wins.
Yeah, extraordinary. A few Queensland owners in this as well. Peter Tyne, Noel Greenhalgh, and a few others, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. So a popular winner. Waller and McDonald at it again, getting it absolutely spot on. So Chris was on 199 before today. His first Group 1 winner was triple honour in a Doncaster back in 2008, and he's set to break all sorts of records regarding Group 1 races here, Bernie, in Australia.
Yeah, extraordinary. He just goes higher and higher. Neil Werrett's very happy. Are we good to go? I think we might be good to go. We might grab Chris for a chat. Well, that looked really smooth. Now, Irishmen have green kisses. Irishmen have green kisses. Be careful, Chris. Be careful. It's a green kiss. Be careful. Well done, and it was pretty easy in the end, wasn't it?
Yeah, I didn't sort of see it like that. Yeah, you don't really look at margins. You're just sort of trying to get their nose in front and keep it there because, they're not easy.
Not easy. It's not an easy watch. We feel like Jenny sort of came back to them quicker today, obviously.
Yeah, Pride of Jenny, like we're all worried about her. She was the talking point. That's what sells racing, and well done to Tony, Kieran and his team because they really make it. It's a shame she wasn't right there, but she was a good talking point through the week.
And it's nice. You like beating her. Come on.
I don't beat her very often. Gee, she beat Via Sistina. She's beaten Fangirl. She's beaten a lot of our better horses. Like, she's been my nightmare.
She's your nemesis. Tell us more about this guy. How did you purchase him? What's his story?
Aussie Care, Matt Becker sourced him, and a few of my owners jumped in. Yeah, it's a great team of owners, and they enjoy their racing. They have a lot of fun, and we lost a good friend, Mark Timms, 6 weeks ago. He was in the horse. His wife Leah's here today, but he died. Yeah, he's a beautiful man. So it was a pretty touching win.
A very touching win, and also in many ways for you, not only with the sad loss of your good friend, but this is win number 200, Group 1.
I wish Timsy was here. It's as simple as that.
Awesome work. Enjoy. Well done. Yeah, there he is. Chris Waller. Extraordinary job. There's a lot of people out here. I don't know if I can find J-Mac for you. I'll try to make my way back. What time? 2:02:23. And I can't stick around to give you that final 600. Obviously, really emotional scenes there for winning trainer Chris Waller. He's obviously not that into the numbers. He's more interested in obviously what it meant to his good friend, and obviously his lovely wife here to celebrate this Group 1 win. So let's have a chat with J-Mac as he rounded the turn. Jenny coming back to him. He obviously chased her home in the Hollandale Stakes. So that was smooth.
It was smooth, yeah. It worked out really well for us, and he's just a horse that's in form, and he's been building towards this. The man behind the operation, he's just an absolute master. It's a privilege to be part of his team. How he preps these horses is just incredible. He deserves all the accolades he gets and the records he breaks, because he's a one of a generation sort of trainer, and we're lucky to be in his bubble.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Take us through the race now. Obviously, Jenny doing her best out in front. When were what were you thinking, and when do you decide to make your move?
I was going to wait pre-race. I was going to wait a little bit longer because as you turn for home, there's a bit of a real strong side breeze, and I didn't really want to be working into that. But saying that, he was coasting so well, so I thought I'll let him stride, because the closer we are turning for home, the better. But he did it all. He tracked up beautifully last time at the Gold Coast. Today, over that distance, he switched off an incredible turn of foot. So he's a very good horse, and you'll see him win plenty more Group 1s down the East Coast.
And did you get a green kiss from the Irishman?
Yeah, it's been horrible, isn't it? He's like, oh.
He's a good kisser.
No.
He's not?
No.
All right, you're blushing. I'm going to let you go. Well done.
Thanks. I was going to say something really bad, but I didn't.
You're going to bite your tongue. Good work, James McDonald. All right, Chris Waller, James McDonald and Birdman take out the Doomben Cup. Force.